alright? If you can change your body, you can change anything. The reason why you've tried so many diets and you've tried so many things and you look the same is because you're eating and you're training like a donkey. Obviously, here's some. So, yes guys, so there's 3 things that you need to prioritize when it comes to your diet, you know. This is just gonna be high level, not really in depth, but when it comes to muscle building, what is the influence, or what is the main thing would be protein, obviously, right? When it comes to insulin, which is the strongest, one of the strongest anabolic hormones, that will become your carbohydrates, right? And then when it comes to testosterone influence or testosterone production, it will be your fats. So all 3 is very important. I wouldn't say one is more important than the other. It's just when you manipulate, when you use them, right? All these people eating natural fat, eating steak and avocados before the gym, it doesn't make sense, because you will be so sluggish. Maybe you do look good, I give it to you, but you don't look the best or your best, right? One thing I like to do and give it a try is fasting, intermittent fasting. I like to train fasted as well. So I'll give it the shortest amount of time, would be 10 hours, 10 to 13 hours. So I like to break fast at noon, right? So I like to train around 9 or 10 a.m. because I start late. I start working 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. and I work through the night. So I get to bed at least 1 a.m. So I'm fasting from 1 a.m. up until 1 p.m., if that makes sense. And when I'm training fasted. So what happens when you train fasted? Your body becomes insulin resistant. The insulin resistance rises, right? So your body doesn't need as much energy because it's going longer periods without carbohydrates, for example, right? And you're training fasted, which means it's it's almost like more of a survival instinct, or your body goes into survival mode, right? Just think of it back in the primal days. This is just my analogy or my theory. Back in the primal days, in the hunter-gatherer days, people had to wake up when the sun rose, the males, right? The sun rose, they woke up. They went out to hunt, they had to find food, and then they only ate. So it's almost like we waking up. If you're going to hunt, is obviously doing something physical, going to train, you know, and then we are eating, because then we obviously caught something, if that makes sense. So yes, it's more insulin resistant. So obviously if you train fasted, the pumps is insane. Obviously give it a try, let me know in the comments how you find it. The first week, if you're normally eating loading carbs before you training, it's going to be very hard your first week not eating before the gym, right? Training fasted. But after the first week, you feel like you're superhuman. Like, it's so good to train fasted. It's amazing, all right? Give it a try. After the first week, you get used to it. Let me know in the comments. So once you train fasted, obviously, your insulin is spiking. You need to now obviously manipulate your carbs. This is the best time for carbs, because you want to replace the energy. Carbs is you.
Savant.
Yo guys, so the video cut. I think my phone storage, you know, iPhone. Yes, I'm still using an iPhone. I'm just starting out. Hopefully the plan is to obviously get a camera and start, you know, doing the things properly. But you can't wait until you have everything perfect to start. right? You have to start, because if you're gonna wait until everything's perfect and until you know everything 100%, you're never gonna do it. So I just went and did it with an iPhone, and the video quality ain't bad. Anyway, so moving on to what I was saying with regards to the diet is, in a nutshell, you want to prioritize certain things. So your carbs, mainly in and outside of your training, I would say preferably after you train, post-workout meal is the best time to have your carbs, to replace your glycogen stores, to give you the energy for your daily tasks after you train. Obviously, if you train at night, it's a different thing. Then you rather don't have the carbs, or have the carbs when you break fast, and then when after you train, you just focus on your fats and your protein. And then your fats and protein is your building blocks. So fats is hormone modulation, like I said, and then protein is your muscle recovery, muscle building, basically. So a general consensus or a general idea is try to have at least, I'm having 60 grams of fats a day, non-negotiable, and I have between 100 and 120 grams of protein. I don't really weigh my carbs because, like I said, I just have carbs post-workout, and maybe a snack throughout the day, but not really. I don't really try to, do the snack thing. So yes, that's one thing, guys, to focus on. And what I wanted to say is, if you can change your body, alright? If you can change your body, you can change anything. The reason why you've tried so many diets and you've tried so many things and you look the same is because you're eating and you're training like a donkey. Obviously, here's some information in this video with regards to what you can, just high level, what you can focus on when it comes to diet. And then when it comes to training, hit me up if you want to. Let me know, I can help you out. But yeah, stop working and eating like a donkey, and you'll see differences, you'll see changes, you'll see progress, you'll see improvements. Yeah. And if you can change your body, you can change anything, you can do anything. And once you have that standard of, okay, this is now my new body, you're gonna hold yourself a standard to everything else. How you do anything is how you do everything. So how you train, how you diet is how you're gonna do everything else in life. But yes, guys, that's it for today. Questions, comments, concerns, emotional outbursts, let me know. Hit me up in the comments. Peace out. It's out.